Hello. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We have so much astrology happening. It is a big week. Hello, my love. It is a big, big week. And a lot of Pisces energy is happening, which means anything can literally fucking happen at any moment. And we have Saturn now back in Pisces. We have this eclipse coming up on Sunday the 7th, which is trine Jupiter in Cancer. And so really lunar eclipses are usually a point and place of release. But because this is a North Node eclipse, it's getting blessed by Jupiter. Pisces is the sign of magic, miracles, and manifestations. To me, it's really like if we've done the work to like close out the karma and clear the blocks and clear the past. And what I mean by that too, sometimes is like, it's like an emotional clearing because, your emotions like are your frequency. And so if you're like wanting the frequency of divine love, which is what Pisces is all about, you have to release these lower, darker, deeper, denser emotions that maybe still hold on to the fear of divine love, or that holds on to the fear of abandonment, or, maybe is more like enmeshed as Pisces can be, or victim consciousness, which is shadow side of Pisces, right? Because shadow side of Pisces can be really ungrounded. It can be really enmeshed. It can be really wallowy, really escapey, really avoidant, and really just kind of chaotic and all over the place. And so it's really a week to really sort and deal with and heal those like kind of like just not empowered emotional energies that really are keeping you stuck, because Pisces is meant to be the most powerful sign of the zodiac because it has all of the wisdom, knowledge, and power of every sign before it. But if you've ever met a Pisces, you know that they're all different. Like they're all different because it's like there's an ocean of possibility that you can really choose from with Pisces. It's like, are we the dolphin? Are we the shark? Are we the whale? Are we the starfish? Are we the minnow? Like, there's just so many different animals that you could choose to be within the ocean. Are you the mermaid, right? Like, are you like, just like the rockfish, you know what I mean? Are you the barnacle? And so there's really this, like, ability to really morph and transcend and transform into something different with Pisces, because that is like it's always evolving, always changing, like never the same ocean twice. And so that is why Pisces can be so hard to define, because it is so unbound, which is what is so beautiful about Pisces. I also watched Arrival last night, which I was like, I've watched that, it was like my third time watching it, and it is so Piscean. I was like, this is just, I was like, of course I am watching this movie as Saturn re-enters Pisces, and we have this Pisces eclipse happening. And the other movie, so if you're wanting to like know what high octave, high empowered Pisces is, watch Arrival, and the other movie is the Avatar Way of Water, because that movie is very Pisces as well. So if you're wanting to understand the beauty of Pisces, it's a really good week to like watch those two movies, because basically in Arrival, she is the frequency. She can tap into the 7D, which is the frequency of divine love. And that is what Pisces is about, and how that frequency allows you to see the future and the past and the present moment, like it's all happening at once. And that's like literally what Pisces teaches us. And so one of the things that we can do this week is to really surrender any of the emotions that we hold that are tied to our past, about where things didn't go our way, where we were abandoned, where we were hurt, where we were wounded, really where we're heartbroken, because the version of you that has what you want isn't holding on to those emotions and isn't holding on to those energies. And so it's really like releasing a lot of this sort of emotional baggage and karmic baggage, because it's like the karma is done now. The karma is done. And that's really what this eclipse is releasing. So it's like whatever you held really strong karmic energy around, you can look to the Pisces place of your chart, you can look to Neptune, you can look to your nodes, you can look to your Saturn, because this is like there's karmic clearing around it this week. And so if you're feeling like emotional, if you're feeling spicy, if your body is needing extra support, really trust it, because these things have to move out from a very physical, very visceral level. And that is what the axis of Pisces and Virgo teaches us. It's like your health is your wealth, and really the way that you create the magic and the miracles and the manifestations, that has to land through your body. Pisces has the gift of anchoring higher ethos into its cosmic body. And so in order to do that, it really like my whole like work that I've had to really learn and do and overcome has been around the body. And really, like, the body is the key for manifestation. I have Chiron in Cancer in the 6th house conjunct Jupiter. So Jupiter is hanging out on my Chiron right now. And it's like bringing up all of these emotions, right? The 6th house is your body. So like, it is your health. It is that Virgo axis. And so literally when you can just do like the emotional work, like I've done like, you can just do shadow work and like lose 30 pounds, right? Like that's what I like teach people how to do. And like, that is the power of your emotions. You can literally shapeshift how you look. You can shapeshift your life. You can shapeshift your body when you learn how to harness and heal and move through your emotions. And so, really just recognize where your body is still holding on to the past, and your body needs new experiences, because your nervous system is a meaning-making machine, and it learns and is built and is grown through experience. And so in order to create change, you actually need to give your nervous system micro like moments of change and really give it new experiences. And that's how you break through the patterns, is you take action and show your body and your nervous system a different way of being and doing and operating. And this really involves a lot of compassionate self-correction and not trying to heal or move through things from a place of shame or blame or guilt or fear, because that is attached to an old version of you. And so it is like loving and compassionate self-correction and really healing that inner critic, because you cannot heal or change anything that you do not love and accept within yourself, which is like kind of like if you've come like, because the shadow side of Virgo is like really self-critical and judgmental and harsh and controlling. And if you have any of those sorts of patterns within your nervous system, the way that you actually change that is by loving and accepting that part of you. And so it's really like offering like such soft, loving, like self-correction, and really embracing a new way of being and operating and receiving and behaving, and like just believing too, like trusting and surrendering into a higher power, into really trusting and focusing on positive change, and really just developing so much like love and compassion for yourself, because the old you didn't know any better. And so that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. And so it's like you just have to pivot yourself somewhere else. And there's going to be lots of circumstances and things that really drop into your lap this week that allow you to really course correct and change and re-navigate to the future version of yourself. And the reason why I loved Arrival so much watching that last night is I was like, right, like it's just like a reminder that your higher self has already done it and has already like went through it, right? As at the beginning of the movie, she was like, I used to believe in beginnings and endings. And she was like, the whole movie was just basically how she doesn't believe in beginnings and endings anymore. And I'm like, that's so Pisces. Everything just is. Everything is happening all at once. Like there is no time. And so when you can just rise above your 3D reality and go to your higher self has all the answers. And so I was like, right, why don't I just talk to my higher self, right? And I was like having like a conflict with someone. And I was like, why don't I just go to speak to their higher self? Like, duh. And it was like, it totally like dissolved the emotional and energetic charge for me. and really allowed me to do that shadow work just by going to the higher self, right? Because like the way that we're experiencing things like linearly is not actually like the truth of what's fucking happening, right? It's all just an illusion. We know this. And so it's when we can just actually like go above the 3D into like the 7D, the 5D, right? Because I just say 7D because that's where an arrival, the frequency comes from. And so it's like when you can just go like rise above your current circumstances and ask the higher version of you, your higher self, the higher octave energy version of yourself for the answers, it's like then you can actually just take action from that place. And that's how you dissolve and disintegrate the 3D. The 3D ceases to exist when you're like, when you can act from like a higher place, when you're not reactive, when you're not impulsive, when you're not needy, when you're not restless, when you're not anxious, when you're not insecure, because none of those energies are true for who you are. And your higher self doesn't hold these within her. So it's like those lower octave density energies like are inauthentic. And so it's like really like clearing out all of these emotional energies and residues that are not actually authentic. And this needs to happen on a very physical place. Like, so that's why they have to like be emotionally released, because your body is still holding on to them. And in order to receive what you want, you have to be grounded and centered in your body. And then you can receive everything through your channel that you desire. So it's a really powerful week to really transcend your circumstances and create something completely different. And what I'll say with Pisces energy is the remedy and the remedy for Pisces is grounded masculine energy, because Pisces needs to be grounded. It's like Pisces, if I could describe Pisces in like one way, it would be standing with your feet on the ground, looking up to the skies for guidance, right? That is Pisces. And in order to receive the downloads and the codes and the upgrades and the intuitive insight and information, you have to be grounded. And so it's like, what is the grounding piece energetically is the masculine. When you have the inner masculine and your inner king integrated within you, all of the shadows of Pisces just immediately dissolve, right? You can't be in victim energy when there's grounded masculine. You can't be wallowy, you can't be overly emotional, you can't be anxious, you can't be worried, because everything is good, everything is Gucci. Like there's nothing really ever to worry about, because you're safe and you're trusting and you're connected and you're grounded and you're present with that masculine anchor. And so if you're needing help to really anchor this in and really ground in your chaos, you need to integrate your masculine. You need to look to your Mars, and you need to really reconcile and heal that relationship with masculine energy, which starts with your own. And because so many people I find are in victim or shadowed Pisces because they have that wounding with the masculine and because they don't trust. And if you don't trust, then you have a distrust with masculine energy. And so how are you going to ever trust that what you want can land and find you if you have some sort of thing with the masculine? So that's what I would say is your secret this week, is to really hold grounded masculine energy within you so that you can really release, receive, hold that space for yourself, really protect and provide for yourself, and really give yourself that sensual love and nurturement. So it's really about this whole month. It's really about constructive change and balancing the being with the doing, the structure with the surrender, really the release to the rebuild. So this whole month we're doing this. We're doing a 180. And so really welcome in the energy of change, and remember that anything can happen at any moment. But also don't take things so fucking seriously either, especially during eclipse season. It's meant to be fun. I was like thinking this morning, I was like, someone was like giving like someone else a hard time about something, and I was like, yeah, but like don't let her like do what she wants. Like she can do whatever she wants, because that's the whole fucking point. Like the whole fucking point is that we get to do whatever we want. The whole fucking point of this experience is that we get to do whatever we want. We get to build our lives. We get to create our lives. We get to be authentic. We get to be who we are, because this is the whole point, just being who you are. So it's an exciting week. It's a big week. If you want to dive deeper, you can book a session. I'm also doing a 6-week emergence, literally supporting you in emerging as this higher octave, embodied, empowered, expressive version of you. It's going to be a 6-week transformation. and you're going to be more grounded and centered in yourself at the end of it. You're going to look and feel better. You're going to be more in tune with who you are, what you're here to do, really have like a plan of attack to just go after your goals and really be in a different place come the end of the year. So I'm really excited to hold space for that. You can message me Emerge if you want to get into that. But just know that this is the week of the unknown, of infinite potential, and that magic and miracles can happen literally whenever you want. Whenever. So sending you all my love, and have a great week. Bye.